What's going on, everybody? This is Al from NCAA 06 Revival. And in the last video, we took on BYU in the Liberty Bowl. It was a pretty good game in the first half, but we took care of business in the second. We finished the season 13-1, 9-0 in the conference. Probably going to finish maybe in the top 5 in the country. At the end of the last video, I told you I was going to stop it here. We haven't simulated the rest of the season because there's a small chance we may get invited to the Big 12 Conference. I did not want you to miss that. Also, this is the off-season video, which means we're going to do a lot of recruiting and all that good stuff. But I also wanted to kind of walk you through some of how I like to go about taking notes for recruiting. I don't know if I've done that in the past. I always mentioned, hey, I took my notes and here's what I've done. But maybe if I walked you through that, maybe you could pick up something. I don't know. It ain't going to hurt. So, with that being said, before we simulate that, look who's on the cover. Coach Sexton, the mullet, looking strong. I think that's at least his second coach award. I can go, where's it at? Not the trophy room, yes. Dynasty trophies. I wonder if it goes by, it's just awards. I've won it 3 years in a row, 07, 06, and 05. So I won it 3 years in a row. Forgot that I'd done that. So, okay, good deal. All right, cross your fingers. Let's see if we get invited. This is going to be a fun video. Got to recruit a bunch of players. That's always fun. May get invited to the Big 12. That's always fun. Get to move some players around. I mean, this is always the fun part of the entire Dynasty. I mean, I enjoy playing the games, don't get me wrong, but... Okay, I'm declining all the offers. I'm sticking with SMU for now. Yes. Didn't get invited. We would have known by now. I don't want to go to the offseason just yet. LSU won the national championship, and we were this close to beating them. Okay, we can go to Sports Illustrated and conference standings. They call it final standings. I've never seen that before. Go to the Big 12. They just weren't ready to drop somebody. So what that means is this is going to be season 4 for me. Unless it happens right here. Nope, we're staying with it. Okay. School budgets. I got a ton of points to deal with. 15. I'm going to leave discipline at 15. We're going to do this at 35, and I'll probably do 50 here. We need a lot of players, so we're going to do 50, 35, and 15. We may have a couple guys want to transfer. I hate to see that happen, but it's possible when you keep recruiting good players and you don't get to play a whole lot. So once we get through this, and once we get to the recruiting map, then I'm going to go to our roster itself, and then we'll take some notes. Yet we moved up to number 5 in the country. So we should be a 4-star program now. Okay, nobody's transferring. That's awesome. Good deal. Nobody's leaving early. That's awesome. Good deal. So let's just go right on to the recruiting. And then we'll go to the roster. None of the quarterbacks transferred, so that means I don't have to go after a quarterback. Now, out of the gate, what I can do, and you could do a quick overview of your roster when you're taking notes, or if you like to take notes. You can look at the roster summary, kind of get an idea of, yes, I obviously need 2 extra tackles here because I'm down 2 of the minimum, that type of thing. But then after that, you can go to your depth or your roster as a whole and kind of get an idea of, hey, I may need to pick up an extra safety or whatever. So I'll do that first. Had a lot of seniors leaving. That was a big class right there. Of course, I redshirted a few of those guys at the beginning of the Dynasty. I may have picked up a pipeline or so. I'm pretty sure I moved up to a 4-star program now. I would think I've been there. I mean, when you go 13-1 and you were a 3-star, I think it's time to move up. While this is going on, I'm definitely going to beef up the conference schedule or the non-conference schedule. I'll probably face 2 ranked teams. TCU will be one of my non-conference. Of course, I'm going to replay. I'm going to reschedule LSU. They're the reigning national champions because we had that big game the previous season and got to play them again. And then I'll probably schedule another top 25 team of some sort. I don't know who, but it'll be on the road somewhere. And then we'll go through our normal Conference USA schedule. Okay, Louisiana is finally a pipeline. It took me 3 full seasons, but I finally got it there. And I got Oklahoma. Now if I could just get like Arizona as a pipeline, I've got a few guys committed from there, then we'll be cooking with gas. Okay, let's go to returning players. And I wonder if it'll let me go to... No, it won't let me do it from there. Let's go to interested real quick. Okay, as you can tell here, I got 3 quarterbacks. I got Willis and the 2 backups. So, I'm going to write for quarterback. I'm going to put 1 if he's a stud. Otherwise, I don't really need 1 yet because I don't expect any of them to be leaving anytime soon. We are good at A-back, but we can go to our returning players and see which of these are going to move over to B-back. I got 2 B-backs, a senior and a sophomore, so I need to put another one over there. I think Osborne's going to move over because he's got 82 speed and he's got the good strength. So I probably don't need another B-back. And I've already got several freshmen here. So what I probably do is I don't need another fullback. Receiver, I got 2 coming in. We committed. I may just go receiver with 1 more guy. I'll just put a 1 and just leave it at that. Tight end, I'd like to get... We got 2 seniors, so we need to pick up 2 tight ends at least. I'm going to go 2 to 3, and we need big blockers here. Tackle, we only have 2 right now, so we need at least probably 3 more. I'd love to get 3 more guys, so let's go 3 there for tackle. We are great at guard. I may move one of those guards to center, so I'm not too worried about the center position. Because guards can move the center a whole lot better than tackles can. Defensive end, what I may be doing, and I may be moving... Let's go to returning players. Like, look at here, at defensive end, we got Brantley and Palmer. They're going to be great coming back, but we need some help behind them. I want to move... See, Robinson is my best outside linebacker, but I got these 3 guys that have been playing a lot of outside linebacker because of their speed. So I know I definitely want to move Robinson over. And maybe Wilson. Which means I may just go outside linebacker 1 and middle linebacker. I already got 1 guy coming in, don't I? Let's do outside linebacker at least 1. So I'm moving 2 of those guys to defensive end. That gives me 4. So let's go defensive end with another one. We'll just go find another middle linebacker. Or that guy that we actually got committed in the regular season is probably a future defensive end. So let me go middle linebacker for 1 instead of defensive end. As you know me, I normally don't like to recruit true defensive ends. So I'm okay with that. So let's go back here. Corner, we just have 4. We got 2 seniors. I need to pick up a couple guys. So let's go corner for 2. So that way we can redshirt both of them and they won't have to play next year. Free safety, we need probably 2. I got a sophomore. What's his name? Wiggins? I don't remember. I hate to say that. I just don't remember all the... I mean, you got 70 players. It's hard to keep up with them all. Free safety, I got a sophomore. But that's it. I probably want to pick up 2 guys there. Strong safety, I got a junior and a freshman. I may leave that as is. Kicker and punter, I'm going to put 1 for each. That way I can redshirt them. By the time they get redshirted, they'll be freshmen and seniors, so I'm going to put a question mark by those because I technically don't need them yet. If my kicker and punter were both seniors, then it'd be different. So that's 1, 2, that's 8, 9, 10, 14, 15, 16, plus the 3 more guys for wiggle room. So that's enough notes for now. I think I have a rough idea of what I need to get. So we're going to leave that as is. Okay. Now, it looks like we got some 5-star tackles that want to come here, which is really cool. Plus, I bet we got some other 5-stars that may be interested. So we got 350 points to use. So we're going to do a ton of scouting. Let's go. Let's just start off with interested players. Here's a 4-star athlete out of Utah. That's pretty local-ish. I don't mind going after him. I don't know what he can do. But with these athletes, you just never know. Oklahoma. Let's just scout this guy. Kid out of Texas. Let's scout him. Oklahoma. Let's scout him. Another 3-star. Okay. And 6'6", 265. I don't know what this kid can do. Again, the first week, I always just love to scout as much as I can. So we're going to scout all those guys. Quarterback, nobody's interested. That's expected. A-back, we're just down to a couple guys. Unless one of these guys are like monsters. Speed, balance, speed. Here's a power guy. Unless one of these guys are like super fast. 4.35 is pretty good. It's not it's just not a need. I got a ton of A-backs to play with. I got 3 freshman A-backs. Plus, Walton's going to be my starter. And I think Williams will be my number 2 guy. This guy here is just a balance. 4.37. So, at least we scouted him. True fullbacks, they just don't work for me well in this offense. So I'm not going to bother with this kid. Receiver, I'd love to pick up another one, but it's not looking too good right now. We got 5, which is technically all you need in this offense. Unless one of these guys, Texas and Louisiana, unless one of these guys are just really strong. 240, 350, 285, 385. That's really, no. They're both small and they're not very strong. Tackle, or tight end, this worries me a little bit. This guy's balanced. And he's not as strong as he was. I may recruit him for the sake of it. Because we just need a body there. Okay, here's where it gets really interesting. The number 1 tackle in the country is from Texas. We'll scout him. Number 3 tackle. We're going to scout him. The kid from Hawaii, we can go ahead and scout him if we want. 490, 515, 715. All 3 of these guys are monsters. So let's just keep scouting. Florida, no, I'm not going to bother. And I'm going to leave that 3-star alone for now. And we can scout him. He's a little bit weak. He's got good discipline and good potential, though. Guard, I'm not too worried about. Center, we actually got a couple of guys. And I know I need a center, and I've thought about moving a guard over. We'll see how... We'll get real picky. Here's a Texas and an Oklahoma kid. Neither one is looking... This guy looks okay. But we'll just scout him for now. I'm not too worried about those 3-star guys. It's not worth it. I'll scout these guys, but I'm sure they're all too slow for me. 4.6, that's just not fast enough for what I need. That's okay for a true defensive end. Defensive tackle, I'd like to actually get another one. Louisiana and Texas. Let's scout these 2-star guys. 6'1", 292, 6'7", 250. That's really skinny. This guy's much better. He's much stronger. So I may go after him. Just get another body out there. Outside linebacker. Here's a kid out of Texas. He's slow. 2-star kid. Just slow. Middle linebacker. Super slow. Look how much. I still got 200 points to deal with. I got a lot of points to spend. Corner. I need 2 guys, and it's not looking too good. Nobody's super interested. 6'1", 182. I like this guy. 6'1". He's got some good speed. Out of Texas. I may go ahead and just put a scholarship on him. I may go back and do some scholarships here in a minute. I'm not going to bother with any of those. Free safety. I do have that. We need 2 of them. 6'4", 203 out of Texas. I want this kid. I mean, he's great. He's got poor discipline, but that's all random, I think. 6'4", he's a kid out of South Carolina. I'm not going to recruit him. We'll go after this kid from Texas. He's short, and he's not very fast, so I don't know if I'll go after him. Here's a 3-star, 4.41. Kid out of Louisiana. Another kid out of Texas. Kid out of Louisiana. 3-star, Oklahoma. Texas. 3-star. And we'll leave it there for the free safety. Strong safety, we're kind of okay here. This kid's 6'4", 185. Does he have any speed? He's not the best, and he's not very smart. I probably don't really need him. Here's a 2-star kicker out of Florida. He's got terrible accuracy. Here's a couple of Texas punters. This kid I may go after. I may give him a scholarship. Okay, now we're going to go back around, and let's just look at some of these guys. Now, here's a 4-star kid out of Utah. I don't know what he can do. His awareness ain't all that great. Is he a 6'3", 228? Is that a... He's a defensive player. He looks like a linebacker. Maybe defensive end, if I had to guess. 4'6", 6'6", 327 pounds out of Oklahoma. 470, 705. That's pretty strong. We can go ahead and scout him. 375, 35. This kid ain't much of nothing. No offense to him. Kid out of Oklahoma. 6'3", 230. He's got a hand. Is he a linebacker or fullback? I don't know. He's really slow, so I'm not going to go after him. 4'39". This kid's really short. Smart player, good discipline, good potential. But is he a nickelback? I don't know. We're going to leave the rest of them as is. I'm not too excited about either of those kids. Like this kid right here, 4'35" is pretty good, but it's not technically what we need. I'm not too excited about those receivers. This tight end, gosh, I'm going to wait. I'm not going to waste a scholarship on him when I could probably find a 3-star somewhere else. That's got a little bit higher on their list, but not in their top 5. Okay. This kid right here seems to be the best of the bunch. 490, 15. He's a little bit less on the bench press, but his discipline is good. Maybe this guy. We'll go after both of them, obviously. We'll just do program prestige. I'm not going to go after this Hawaiian kid. I just don't think we'll need to. 495, 640. That's really small. That's weak. That's weak. 3-star. That's not bad. 495, 6. I may go after him. Guard. I scouted. I didn't scout either one of these, did I? Didn't need to. Texas and Oklahoma. 455. I'm not excited about any of them, to be honest. Arkansas, Texas. Let's scout this kid out of Texas. 465, 670. I guess we'll just go after him for now. Defensive end, I wasn't too excited about any of these. 460 was pretty good. That kid's really strong. Aaron Anderson. He's a good size, 4'6". Let's just go ahead and give him a shot. Defensive tackle, 420. That's just not very strong, and he's not very smart, so I'm not going to bother. I don't think none of these guys had any speed to them. I didn't even go after them. Yeah. This middle linebacker, wasn't too impressed with him. We're already going after that corner. Let's look at one of these free safeties. This kid right here is the ideal player of free safety, Joel Butler. Let's go after him. I need speed back here, 4'6", 4'3". This guy's awesome. This guy is what, 6'5", 4'33", good. I mean, he's a diamond in the rough. We got to go after him. So we'll leave it at that for now. Strong safety. It's just the only one that I really cared about. He wasn't super fast. He's got some good strength to him. I didn't really need a free safety. We could put some points on him, though. I got 10 more scholarships to give. So, and we're already going after that punter. Okay, so now let's go to all prospects. Or no, let's go to Texas prospects. Let me look at the points. I got 122 points to give. Let's, normally what I like to do, go to all prospects. I like to look and see if any of these guys have some interest in me. Like, we'll go to athlete. Like this kid right here. I'm really high on his list, but I want to see how his mood swings change, if it goes up or down. So I'm not even going to bother scouting him because it kind of changes some of that. So what I'm going to do is, let's go back to interested prospects. Let's just keep scouting. Let's just try that. He's a JUCO kid, but I want to scout him anyways. See, nothing really changed, so you're not going to see the up or minus or the plus or up or down for any of these kids. Of course, I'm already going. Let's just go ahead and put a scholarship on this kid. Here's another 3-star kid. We'll scout him. He looks like an offensive lineman. Quarterback, let's just look at some of these. Let's go after some real studs. I'm not seeing anything here. Here's a 4-star kid out of Arkansas. Runs a 4.33. We scouted him, though. That's good enough. Fullback, ain't too worried about. Receiver. Here's a kid that's pretty high. Oklahoma, 6'2", 175. Not strong at all, though. It's not what we need. 6'3", 189. Still not all that strong. Tight ends. I'm going to wait on some of those. Balance and a balance. We're still going after a ton of tackles anyways. I mean, here's another Texas kid. We'll scout him. Texas. I have a feeling we're going to pick up a few tackles this go around. Guard. Here's a 3-star out of Louisiana. Just don't really need him yet. Here's a 4-star out of Texas. Center. We can scout him. Not worried about those. Defensive tackle, I'd like to pick up another. That's kind of high. 6'1", 251. I'm sorry, you're too small. Outside, I like this kid right here. 6'8", 236. Let's scout him. We're really high on this list, just not high enough yet. Here's another one we can scout. Because we do need some outside linebackers, don't we? Yeah. Let's scout him. JUCO, I'm not going to bother. Middle linebacker, if we can find a diamond in the rough. Not looking too shabby there. That's not too terrible. 4.56. Smart. Really big. Corner. This kind of worries me a little bit. Nobody seemed too interested. Other than that 3-star right there. We'll just check later and see if there's any ups or downs on them. Free safety, let's scout this kid out of Texas. I've already scouted a couple of these guys. This kid out of South Carolina, I mean, I can scout him. He's got pretty good numbers. Strong safety is not a huge need. Now we're getting to the 2-stars. Kickers. Here's a 2-star. He may have some really good leg. Nope. Let's look at punters. There are a couple more punters. Louisiana and Oklahoma. I'm down to 33 points. Let's go back to athlete. Did I scout him? Let's do the rest of athletes. That's kind of high, but not high enough. I've already scouted him. I scouted him. The rest of these are just not high enough. Here's a 2-star out of Utah. Another, looks like another tackle of some sort, but he's not very strong. Got 27 points. Nothing there, and halfback. So let's go back to the interesting prospects. Let's go to that tight end. Let's just go ahead, that 1-star. I'm okay with getting a 1-star. They're a whole lot better than a JUCO or a walk-on. Plus, I just need somebody who can block for me. He doesn't have the best strength to push guys around, but again, we need bodies because we only got 2 left there. So now let's go back to our current targets. And I got 25 points, so let's go send the house for that kid. There, and let's go there, 1 point. Okay, just enough to fill out the rest of the points. Alright, first week looked pretty good. We'll just see how some of those non-top 5 guys like me when we'll fill out the rest of it. My goal is to pick up 19 so I don't have to cut anybody, get exactly the 70 players. I'd like to be able to try to convert one of those guards to like a tight end. You know, my tight ends never touch the ball. The offense is designed for them. I need somebody who can block. But I do not think guards and tackles move the tight end very well. I do know we're going to see a lot of position changes. You'll see a couple guards maybe move to center, something like that. I'll have 2 linebackers move the defensive end. And then who knows what else. We'll know at the beginning, at the end of this video, if we'll have any impact players like at receiver. And if so, the offense ain't going to change much. But if I don't have any impact receivers, I'm going to throw in a little more wishbone to replace some of those sets that I just don't use much. Those wishbone formations are really good for getting your A-backs the ball a little bit easier. They're better, I mean, because they got basic handoffs. Off-tackle stuff. I may put one in anyways, because there was a couple formations in the playbook that I wasn't using a whole lot anyways. Okay, now let's see what's going on here. We moved up for this guy. Okay, top tackle in the country. We're going to put all of our points in that basket. Same for this kid out of Texas. Free safety out of Texas. We don't know yet. Let's do Coach Prestige. Let's do Coach Prestige for this defensive end. Center, looking good there. Looking good for this athlete out of Utah. Looking good for this corner. We'll do Coach Prestige. We'll do Coach Prestige here. We'll do Coach Prestige here. We'll do Coach Prestige here. Coach Prestige here. This tight end. Coach Prestige here. And did anybody cut me off yet? No, not yet. Okay. So we've done all that. So whatever points we have left over towards the end, we'll add more points to the ones who we just gave minimal points to. So now we'll go to all prospects. And we'll see who got upset that we didn't recruit him. Let's start out with athlete. Like, we moved up for this kid. This kid's really strong. Oh, gosh. I got 8 scholarships to give. He likes my pitch. We're going to go. He's another tackle. You can't have too many of them. Let's see if. Here's another athlete. This 3-star athlete got upset that I didn't recruit him. He's out of Mississippi. He runs a 4.31. He's got great hands. He may be an A-back. That's a prototypical A-back for me. So let's put a scholarship on that kid. Let's just keep going, see if there's any others. Now we're getting to the 2 stars. Okay, that's good enough. Quarterback, let's see if anybody got upset. I don't know. Probably not. Looks like it's pretty kosher across the board. Nobody wants to come here at that position. Now we're getting to the 2 stars. Halfback, we can look and see here. That's a 3-star kid, but I wasn't overly impressed with him. Unless you got like super speed, I'm not going to bother. Here's a 3-star kid out of Texas. Got upset. Let's scout him. He's a balance. He's 4'4'6". 6'1", 184. It's just not what we need. Here's another 3-star out of Texas. JUCO kid. Balance. I like his size. He's not very fast. If he was a power player, it'd be a little bit different. Here's another one, 6'4", 198. He's a speedster, 4'2'6". This guy's an A-back, so I don't mind putting some points on him. That's good for them. Like here's his fullback right here. He'd love to come, but it ain't going to work. Wide receiver, this is important. Defensive end and outside linebacker. Okay, just making sure. We'll go here and just see, just in case. Here's a couple 3-star kids, Louisiana and Texas. 6'7", 181. He's got okay strength. 240, 215. I'm not going to bother. I love the height, but he's really skinny. And to be honest, his strength isn't actually all that good. So I'm not going to go below the 3 stars for these. Like here's another one. Louisiana, 6 feet. That's not what we need. He's got okay strength. Tight end's pretty important for us. I'd like to have anybody that's somewhat interested. It's not looking good. Nobody's interested. I just need a big guy. Just one more would be great. And it ain't looking good. Okay? I've recruited. I'm going after. I got 4 guys right there plus the 1. Unless there's a 5-star here, it doesn't look that they're interested. I'm not too worried about it. Guard. We got too many of them. Here's a 4-star center that got upset. Texas kid. And we moved up his list, but we're still not in his top 5, so I'm not going to bother. JUCO, defensive end, nope. Well, let's go to outside linebacker. Or let's check defensive tackle first. Here's a 3-star kid out of Louisiana. He's a really small guy. I mean, it's not going to work. Outside linebacker, this is kind of important. 4'4'6", outside linebacker, 6'8", and yes, we'll put all of our points in him. Here's a 3-star kid, JUCO though. I'm not going to bother. He's really small too. 3-star kid that I even scout him. 4'7'8", that's not good enough. So the outside linebacker I'm going after, I'm okay with. So we can check middle linebackers. This isn't super important. I think we're okay here for now. Okay, I'll just leave it there. Corner. I'd like to find another guy. I may have to recruit in the preseason for another one. Here's a 3-star kid. 6'2", 192. 4'3'7". I think I may go after him. Free safety. Here's a 4-star kid out of Louisiana. This is kind of ideal. 4'3'9". I like his height. We could put some points on him. Here's a 4-star strong safety out of Texas. 4'3'7". I love his strength. He's got some good. I'm down to one more. I'm not worried about these other ones yet. Let's go back to instant prospects and let's see which one I didn't. The kid out of Hawaii, I'm not too worried about. couple free safeties. I'm already going after 3 of them, so I'm not going to go and bother. Like this kid right here out of South Carolina would be great, but it just doesn't seem worth it. I'm not worried about those tackles yet. Don't care about that defensive end. Another tackle. Center, we got 1, and we're only recruiting 1. And I got those guards I may be moving over. 4-3-5, but I already got 6 A-backs. Just ain't going to cut it. And they're all young. Kid out of Pennsylvania, 4.96.70. It's actually kind of weak compared to the other guys. Like here's his guard, 6'2", 310. Not very good strength. How many points did I got? I got 113 points to spend. I'm going to spend on the rest of those guys that I already have on my list. So I got 1 more to give, and I may just wait on it until later. Athlete out of Texas, 4.4. I don't know what this guy can do. 370, 535. He's probably a wide receiver. His hands aren't very good, but that's okay. I need size and strength here. And that's really good strength if he could play wide receiver. So let's go ahead and put some points on him. Do Coach Prestige. Okay, now let's go back to our current targets. And do I need to cut anybody off? No, not yet. Let's just go back and max out the rest of our points. We're good there. We're good there. Let's do 16 for now. We're good there. Let's do 15 for him. We're good there. Let's do 15 points for him. 15 for him. We're good there. We're good there. Let's do 16 for him. We're good there. We'll do 15 for him. Make sure I've done that right. There we go. We'll do 15 for him. We'll do 8 for him. And we'll do 8 for him. Okay, down to 1 point. Okay, maybe we could pick up a commitment or 2. I'd love to get those 2 tackles. Top 2 tackles in the state. One of them the top in the country. The other one was, what, number 3 in the country? Would be nice to have both. Both of them would probably start for me. If I had to guess. It's weird, 2 5-star guys coming to Conference USA, but I guess it's no different than Ed Oliver going to Houston a few years ago. He was a 5-star guy. He was top defensive tackle in the country. Decided to go to Houston, dominated as usual. I forgot where he got drafted. He got drafted this year. Just don't remember where. But he's a force to be reckoned with. But we are a 4-star program now. At least I think we should be. So I think we're okay to go after some 5-stars, especially since they're local guys. Both of them are Texas kids. So I don't mind it. I'd love to get 3 or 4 commitments. I mean, this is already week 2. We're fixing to hit week 3. We need some bodies. It's time. One of them, the athlete out of Oklahoma. Okay. Let's go back to current targets. Let's cut off some guys who committed somewhere else. Here's a strong safety, which I'm okay with. That's not a huge need anyways. So that was the only one. Okay. 15 for him. 15 for him. 30 for him. 30 for him. 15 for him. Looks like we're hitting on some pitches at least. Coach Prestige, good deal. They love their prestige, don't they? Every single one of these, it's prestige, prestige, prestige of some sort. We'll go coach prestige for him. 15 for him. We'll do, let's look at this. Oklahoma, LSU, Kansas, Texas. Let's do location for him. And we'll 15 for him. This kid ain't coming, is he? We can't even make his top 5, so I'm going to take my points off of this kid. Let's just withdraw his offer. We're not even in his top 5. I mean, so what's the point? 30 for him. Let's go. Let's do playing time for him. 15 for him. Let's Texas. Wisconsin, BYU. He's kind of all over the place. Let's just go playing time. Ole Miss, Tulane, TCU. That looks localish to me. Let's go location. Okay, and let's go back to all prospects. See if anybody else got upset. We would have known this by now. When you get to the point where kids are, either like you or they don't. I got 2 scholarships to give, and I'm about out of points, 37. So let's just go back to current targets, and let's fill out the rest of them. This is going to be a quick week. Just making sure. Yes, got the max there, got the max there, got the max there, got the max there. Here we'll do 16 for him. Good there. Let's do 15 for him. Good there. Let's do 8 for him. And I'm down to 3 points. I'm about to run out. Let's do 2 points. And down to this tackle. So we're down to 2 points. And we still got 2 scholarships to give, so I'm okay with that for now. Okay. Well, hopefully we get some commitments. We got plenty of guys who like our pitches. Just got to nail a few of them, so we're maxing out as many as we can. I'd love to see a big long list, like 8 guys. That'd be nice. That way we can get them out of the way and focus on the rest of them. So, I think I mentioned this at the beginning of the video, or it might have been the last video, I don't remember. Schedule-wise, TCU, LSU, and then somebody else. I'm going to play on the road. LSU is going to come play us, since we went down there to play them last game, or last season. So I don't know who my third team's going to be. It'll be a ranked team of some sort. So, okay, so here's what's going to happen. I have a decision to make after next season. If I don't get promoted to the Big 12 next season as a 5-star program, I'm going to debate whether I need to stay or not, or move on to another rebuild. I'm going to move on. I've already done a little bit of scouting. There's a handful of teams out there that I wouldn't mind taking over and try to build them up. Again, within the same dynasty file. It's going to be a tough decision to make. I don't want to stay in Conference USA forever and just wait and wait and wait and get an invite. I don't want to do that. I want to move on. Okay, let's see if we can get a commitment or 2. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 guys. 2 free safeties, a strong safety, another athlete, outside linebacker. I think this kid's going to be a stud. 6'8", 236. I love his speed. It's going to get nasty. Okay, let's go back to current targets. And nobody has committed elsewhere. Good deal. So let's go back. Now, who else do I need? Defensive end, but I'm moving some guys. And I've already got a couple linebackers committed. So I know an outside linebacker and a middle linebacker is going to go to defensive end. I'm recruiting 1 defensive end. So I'm actually okay with all of that. So tackle-wise, I've got 3. I'm still going after 2 more, so I'm good with those numbers there. So let's just go ahead and keep doing this. Athlete, that's another tackle. Defensive end. Yes. 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 Playing time. Let's do playing time. For this tackle. Maxing out there. Let's do location. Let's just max out our points. Might as well. Location. Let's do 16 points. I don't know how much. Okay, yeah. We can go ahead and do that. Let's just max it out. And I still got 2 scholarships to give just in case. So I've already maxed out all my points. Again, that's another easy week. Don't have to do a whole lot there. Let's just see if we can get some more commitments. Get a nice laundry list of commitments on this week, and then hopefully we can finalize it in week 5. So when it comes to, let's just pretend that I'm not going to get invited to the Big 12 for whatever reason. I'm going to take over a Power 5 school of some sort that's terrible. Now, what I'm also going to do, in terms of scouting, I want to look at the roster, not to see if they're loaded down. I actually want to pick up a team that doesn't have a whole lot of talent. But what I do want to look at is look at the type of players they have on offense. The next team I take over, I'm not going to run triple option. I'm pretty much decided I'm going to do a West Coast offense. Some like old school under center, throw the ball around quite a bit. I have a pretty good idea in mind of what I'm going to do. I've been working on a new offense anyways as of late that I'm having a lot of fun with. I don't think I've ran any type of West Coast offense before in any dynasty. Air raid is West Coast, but it's in the shotgun. I want to do something under center that is not 90% pass, but it's more like 60% pass. Old school Bill Walsh type stuff. That's the plan anyways. All right, let's see if we can pick up a commitment or 2. Four of them. Another 5-star kid, the tackle. Got that defensive end, a corner. Good to see get him. And that athlete out of Mississippi. He's, I think, going to be a A-back for us. All right, let's go back to current targets. And nobody is decommitted yet, or committed to somewhere else. That's incredible. I've never seen that happen before. Max out here. Max out here. We'll do coaching style. There. 60 there. 15 there. We'll do 16 there, only because we got 2 more scholarships to give. So let's go put them on somebody. Okay. Here's this kid out of Arkansas that really likes us. We probably could have went after him much sooner. That's okay. We'll do Coach Prestige. Let's give him. He just looks really good. We've already got 4 tackles. We're going to 5th. 4. I'd love to have another one. We've already got. We got way too many free safeties. Dang it. I didn't expect to get that many. So let's go after one of these tackles here. So we don't know what they like. So 490, that's really small. 750, gosh, that's a humongous squat. And one of those athletes, if I'm not mistaken, we can go back and look. I may not have to bother with this. Let's go back to our current targets. One of these athletes is really big, I think. I could be wrong. This kid right here is going to be a tackle. So I'm pretty good at tackle. It's a center, probably what we need to go after. Let's go back to interested prospects. Or let's go... No. Let's just do this. Let's go after another athlete. Let's take a chance on one of these guys. Oklahoma and Texas. 4.39. Really fast. But he's really small. This kid, he just don't look good at doing anything. 6'3", 230, 4.78. Is that defensive end? I just don't like anything what I'm seeing right there. I like this kid. So let's just go after this kid right here. Coach Prestige. Okay, now let's just go back to our current targets, and let's go find the one that I didn't put all the points on. We got 5 points to give. I feel like I've maxed out a lot of these already. Already have. I got 5 points to give. I got nowhere to put them. I've used up all my scholarships, and I've maxed out all my points here. So we're just going to end it there. Okay. Hopefully we get a handful more commitments. I don't think we're going to get all the max of 70 players. We may get lucky. I didn't really pay attention to the numbers, see how close we were. I don't think we're that close, to be honest. I still think we need to get like 6 more players to commit. At least we don't have to bother cutting anybody. We're going to end up with a top 25 class. We got a few 5-star guys. So those tackles, it's going to be a pretty strong class. And we're getting all the needs, except for defensive end, but that's not a need because we already got 2 guys on the current roster that's going to move down. And we actually picked up one, a true defensive end. That Williams kid, I think was his last name. I don't know. We'll look at it here in a minute. I'd love to get another solid 5 commitments right here. That'd be great. And once this is done, we'll save it. It seemed like a good idea to do so. And then we'll move on to the rest of the stuff. Position changes. We're going to do a lot of work there. Come on, cross your fingers. Let's get some studs. Evaluating the recruiting classes. There we go. Center. We picked up that athlete, Ricky Bridge. Another tackle. We picked up that punter. Awesome. Cool. And we got that tight end. At least he's a body. Okay, good deal. So we look here and we got 69 players. Awesome. So we're 1 short, which is great. That works out fine. So let's go to the signings. We picked up 4 athletes. This is the most athletes I've ever picked up in one class. That's a ton. But I have a good feeling about a couple of these guys. So I'm really excited to see where some of these guys are going to go. Who knows? Maybe we'll create a pipeline in Mississippi one day. Quarterback, don't have nobody there. 3-star kid. Really like his 4.26. Whew. And he's really tall. 2 wide receivers we got in the regular season. One of them will probably start for me. Here's the tight end. He ain't going to play any next year unless one of our guys gets hurt. Here's our big class. Look at this. Texas, Arizona, Texas. But we needed the bodies there. We were running out of players, and we filled them up really quick. 6 feet, 340, 6'9", 321, 6'5", 324, and 6'9", 327. Monsters. Absolute behemoths. Nobody at guard. We got a center. That's a good pickup there. Defensive end. He may play really good for us. Cloverleaf, Texas. Aaron Anderson. Outside linebacker. I think I'm more excited about this kid than anybody else. He just looks like a stud. You look at his numbers here. 4.46 outside linebacker. A awareness. I think this kid's going to be a force for us. Spicer. Vic Spicer. Middle linebacker. This is the kid we picked up in the regular season. 4.56. Pretty good awareness. Corner. 6'1", 182. We needed some help there. We didn't get as many as I wanted. I wanted to pick up another one. Free safety. I mean, we got more than what we needed. This is actually too many. So one of these guys may be able to go down, go somewhere else in the future. I'm not sure. It's a clogged up spot here, but we got a bunch of speedy guys who are really tall. So I'm really excited about that. And we picked up a strong safety who's really tall. Looks more like an outside linebacker than anything else. I didn't really care for his speed, 4.56, so I don't know. And we picked up a punter who's going to redshirt. So that's awesome. Okay, so now let's go to top classes. LSU with the top class. I can't wait to play them next season. We're going to form a humongous rivalry with them. It'll be another classic when we play them at the beginning of next season. 11th in the country, 2 5-stars, 7 4-stars, 11 3-stars, a 1 2-star, and 1 1-star. That's awesome. Cool beans. Okay, the rest of it doesn't matter. We can go to National Top 100. We picked up the top player in the country. I just now realized that. Number 1 player in the country. Heading to SMU. Marcus Avery. We can look see if we picked up any other top 100 guys. The other tackle. He was the number 19 player in the country. I'm pretty sure that's it. I could be wrong. We picked up a couple other 4-star players. Here we go at Vic Spicer. Outside linebacker. Super excited about that kid. Let's look at the rest of the top 100. And that's it. Okay. We're going to finalize recruiting. Now we're at position changes, so let me go ahead and save this real quick. This may take a little bit. And then position changes. The big ones is those 2 linebackers. I'm going to move the defensive end. And then a guard or 2, maybe to center. I don't know. Then those athletes. I don't have a clue where any of them are going. Except for one. That one big kid. He's going to be a tackle of some sort. Maybe a guard. So here in a couple years, my offensive line is going to be nasty. When those 5-star tackles get a little bit older. I already like my guard spot. We're already pretty loaded there. And picked up that 4-star center. I really want to see this team go to the Big 12. I mean, we got enough talent where we can compete there. I just don't know if the game's going to let us do it. I don't need to go to the recap. Let's go to offseason schedule. Position changes. Okay. Quarterback, nothing's going to change there. One of these guys is I think it's Osborne who's going to move over. I know it says 56. He's 70 overall, just making sure he's the strongest of the bunch. And he probably weighs the most of the bunch. 6'1", 211. And he does. So we're going to move Osborne to fullback. Leave the rest of them here. Now, let's look at that freshman. Rob Stevens. 94 speed, only 70 overall, but that doesn't matter. We need somebody who's got speed. So he's an ideal A-back for us. I'm good with all that there. We're good with all this here. Nothing's going to change here. Martin's finally a senior. He's played a lot of ball for us. Wide receiver. Okay, Hawkins. It doesn't look too good right here. 2 seniors, and these 2 guys are 70. The freshman and the freshman. They don't have the biggest strength, but they got the body. 6'7", 6'5". Greg Ellis, that's another guy we picked up a while back ago. Size, and size. So, I don't know if any of these guys are going to play much. It just kind of depends. We'll see what happens. Tight end. Here's that 1-star guy, but at least he's got a bit of a... I mean, he's a body. These 2 guys are seniors. Tackle. Okay. 82 overall. All true freshmen. 74 run blockers. 91. So this guy will probably be my left tackle. I'm going to put him at right tackle. Left tackle's fine. It doesn't really matter at this point. I know one of these guys is going to redshirt, probably this one right here. So I'm okay with the way that's set up. Like, between these 2, the best run blocker of the 3, I got the top 2 run blockers right here. Left tackle and right tackle. Guard. Junior. I may move another one of these to right guard. How's my center position? A freshman and redshirt sophomore. I may move one of these over to center just for body purposes, like 59, 56, 65. Some of these guys are getting a little bit less and less. 6'3", 284. That's a good size for a center. Let's move him over. Left guard, right guard. Let's do. So it looks like guard may be a bit of a priority for me next year. Center. That true freshman may start for me. He even got better awareness than the guy who's been on the team for a couple of seasons. Defensive end, we're going to leave this right here for now because we're going to move a couple of those linebackers over. Brantley, God, he's going to be a stud next year. He's going to put up crazy numbers for us. I may move him to left end next year. Defensive tackle, we're okay here. We got just a bunch of sophomores. Okay, Robinson's going to move over. He's junior. Because he's the 6'3", 237. Let's move him to defensive end. Ooh, it ain't going to let me do it, is it? Oh, I'm moving a middle linebacker over. That's probably what I'll be doing. So, I need one of these guys. I probably need to move West over to outside linebacker. He's going to stay put. 6'2", 247. I think this was the kid I was going to move down to defensive end. Ooh, let's move him back. That didn't look good. One of these guys has got to move the outside linebacker. That's probably going to be the one. Probably move way up over to outside linebacker. He was an outside linebacker anyway, so that's not a big deal. And we're going to move him over to defensive end. There we go. So let's go back to defensive end. Brantley and Palmer. I'm going to move him to left end and move this true freshman to right end. 76 overall for that freshman. That's pretty good. Defensive tackle, I'm okay there. Now here, I just need to move. Yeah, I know. Let's move him to outside linebacker, right outside linebacker. I don't know if Spicer's going to. He needs to start 85 speed. I got to start him. So I'm going to move this guy to right outside linebacker and this guy to left outside linebacker. That way, I'm guaranteed that Spicer's going to start for me, unless Magruder moves up quite a bit. I don't know if that's going to happen or not. $76. No, I need to move the other one over. Dang it, I need to move him back over. He doesn't have the speed. I need to move. Dang it. I guess I have no. See, it goes 84 speed. You move him over, and it goes to 76. Let's just go ahead and do it. Dang it. I'm going to move him back over. I just don't feel comfortable. I don't know what's going to happen there. I'd rather move one of these other guys, like this redshirt freshman, over. Let's just do that. He'll be our guinea pig. We'll see if he shoots up or not. Say his speed went down a whole lot. But he's not very talented anyway, so I'm not too worried if it doesn't work out. So these two guys will compete for right outside linebacker. So let's go back and put him there, and let's move this guy back to left. West still may be an outside linebacker for us anyways. I don't know. We'll figure all that out. Okay, I'm okay with all that. That's fine. Like I said, I may move over West or Webb like they've done it last season. Okay, true freshman, 76 overall, 92 speed, 6'1". I'm okay with that. Now it's going to change here. I like the way all that's set up. Dang it. Look at all these free safeties. Who do you start? None of their awarenesses look good. I'd love to move like this, one of these two to outside linebacker, but it ain't going to work. Strong safety, you can move one of them over, but just don't really have to because we got Busing, we got Martin, junior and freshman. I need to have some speed there. 72, he moves over. 70. 76, 72. We'll just redshirt him for now. We may move him next season. Not a big deal right now. Although if Busing gets hurt, we may be in trouble. But I'm not too worried about that. Kicker. Fine. Punter. 68, but at least he'll redshirt and he won't have to play for a couple years. Okay, here's where it gets fun. Let's look at these athletes. 68. 89 of... Golly! I've never seen any freshman go over 84. And he could be an... Oh my gosh. Let's keep going. Tight end. He ain't going to play tight end. He needs to get the ball somehow. 78, a defensive end. So, can he carry the ball? If he can't carry, it doesn't matter. 76 carry. Jeez. Oh, that's good enough. And his strength isn't all the best in the world. But I love his size. Jeez. And his run block is 78. That's like, gosh. But he's not big enough to play defensive end. So let's move him to B-back. It's just too obvious. 89, you got to. I mean, you got to put him there. Now, he ain't going to start for me next year. Martin will be my starter. I can redshirt him. But golly. Okay, Montgomery, 6'6", 327. He's going to be playing tackle more than likely. He's at tackle. He could play guard. He's actually a better guard. Or center. Where do we need more help at? He's at a 78. Probably... or 76. Probably... We won't need him here because we got these two starters for life. Junior, senior. Let's put him at guard. We can keep looking. He may be able to play defensive tackle. 72. Just making sure. Guard. So let's move him over to guard. Let's see what's the better guard spot he needs to be at. Probably right guard. We'll do right guard. He's going to move up. These two will compete. And it's fine after that. So, okay. He's going to go to guard. Ricky Bridge, 84 speed, 6'4", 214. He's either going to be a B-back or a wide receiver. He could play quarterback. Interesting. He could play a little quarterback. He can't catch, so he's probably not going to play receiver. Throwing, his accuracy's terrible, but he's got a great power. Look at that 92 power on the throw. He can't play neither of them, so he looks like he may be a defensive player. He could play outside linebacker. Not much of middle linebacker. He could play strong safety, but he's too slow to play strong safety. Quarterback, but his accuracy is just terrible. Outside linebacker. That may be where we need to put him. Let's put him at outside linebacker. I may redshirt West or something. I don't know. We'll see. I got sophomores and juniors. Gosh, that's a tough decision. I don't need him at quarterback. He just can't throw well enough. I like his speed, and his strength is pretty good. 6'4", 214. His 84 speed will work better on outside linebacker than anywhere else. Let's just put him an outside linebacker. So, Alexander, let's just put him at let's do it right for now. He's going to redshirt probably anyways, because West will probably be playing outside linebacker some. So, and Webb. So I'm okay with that. But that's great for the future because of his speed. Now, 92 overall speed, 5'11". I'm sure he'll play A-back. 70. Wide receiver. He's too small to play receiver. He could play defensive end at 5'11", 171. Let's put him at defensive end. Let's see what happens. Corner at 76. That's not bad. Freeton, can't put him there. Corner. So either corner or A-back. Probably corner. He's fast enough to play strong safety, but he's way too small. I need some height there. And I got plenty of A-backs. Like this kid right here, that's just a bad pickup. I'm going to move him over to A-back, or to B-back. He just can't do much of anything. But he was a power guy, so he may be able to move up. So this kid right here, 70. Let me look at corner. We got a couple seniors there, so let's go ahead. He may be a good nickel. Let's put him a corner. I'm okay with putting him a corner. Okay, let's go to training. Well, that was a lot of fun. A lot of people moving around. Let's see if anybody moves up a whole lot. Like a fullback or one of those linebackers to move the defensive end. 89 overall for that athlete. Fullback is that one position where you can see that a lot. He doesn't have the best speed, but golly, but he can carry a little bit. Robinson went up 15. Look at that. Fullback, 74, pretty good for Hall. That was a good move for him. Osborne, that did not work all that great. He's just 68, but at least we got some depth there. Wilson moved to outside linebacker from middle linebacker. 82 speed. That worked out good. So let's just look at some of these. Willis and Butler are tied, but I'm probably going to have Willis start for me again. Williams and Williams. That's going to get confusing. 35 and number 12. The fullbacks, although Martin's going to start for us, obviously. At least we got some depth there. 76 and 72. Tight ends moved up. Guards, nothing great there. Here's another guard, but he's terrible. Defensive end, Robinson. Outside linebacker, that was a good move. Middle linebacker, West, I guess his biggest problem is he doesn't have great potential. We'd have to go back and look at the video, but I'm guessing he didn't have good potential. He's been great for us his first 2 years, but he's just not moving a whole lot. Outside linebacker, Magruder went up 4. Corners, that kid went up 5. He's just a senior. Strong safety only went up a couple. Busing only went up 1. Kicker, punter went up a couple and a couple. All right, let's go to cut players. We're not going to cut anybody. We're at 69 players. Go to depth chart, and then we'll look at the roster. We'll see which numbers the freshmen picked up, and then I'll let you go. This is going to take a little bit. They don't show the numbers here because you could potentially cut somebody like those freshmen if you felt like it. So looking at Brantley is at 90 overall. We got 2 fullbacks, Kelly, the true freshman, and Martin. Then we got strong safety, the defensive end, and Allen. We're going to find out who our impact guys are. So we're going to look at the roster as a whole. We'll look at it a little bit more in the next video as well. 34 freshmen. And look at only 10 seniors. So next year, training is going to go through the roof. The year after that, training is going to go through the roof unless I'm still here. I may be moving on to another team. Crazy. Great recruiting class, though. We got exactly what we needed. We got bodies all over the field at every position. I think in the preseason, I may go after a quarterback. It's time to start looking at a couple guys to redshirt. because we already got a senior and 2 sophomores, so I may not have to. I don't know. We'll see. So that Kelly, he's only got, his speed didn't go all that great. Maybe he was a 76 speed to begin with, but 89 overall there. He just 76 carry is good enough for that position. And we're going to bypass the depth chart part. We'll do that in the preseason video. Robinson, good to see him going down. The defensive end, he's going to be more useful. He didn't play any last year. He was a backup linebacker. Depending on the speed of my initial outside linebackers, I may redshirt West at middle linebacker, get some separation between him and Sussman. We just don't really need the speed. But I could run some 4-4, but I don't think I'll have to do a whole lot of it. I don't know. Just something to think about. I'll worry about all that in the preseason when I redshirt guys. Takes a while to get these recruits enrolled, but once it's done, it's out of the way. I figure we'd be probably a top 25 team now. Preseason, you would think. Okay, we're just going to bypass all that. I'm not worried about it. Then we're going to go right into recruiting. Or not recruiting, but we're going to go to the roster, and then I'll let you go. We'll look at see who our initial impact guys are. Then you'll kind of have an idea of kind of what I'm going to do with the offense. In terms, I mean, it's still going to be triple. Still going to run flex bone, option, all that good stuff. But my formations may change a little bit. See, Willis and Butler and Kidd, just their potential hasn't been all that great. That's another thing. I think a good recruiting strategy is to really go after players that got great potential. I mean, these guys can be great initially, but if they just don't improve, like Wes is the perfect example. Wes has been a great ball player for me, but he just ain't going up much in his improvement. For whatever reason. I guess it's because he probably had just average or bad potential. So something to think about when you recruit in the offseason. Okay, Willis, Butler, nothing's changed here with the quarterbacks. Halfback, Walton is an impact player. 26, Rob Stevens. He will probably redshirt. But look at the speed I have here now. 99, 96, 94, 95. Kelly, number 49, Kelly. 8, Hall moved up. Good to see him do that. That worked out well. Look at Martin's speed at 90. He's like an ideal B-back for us. Hopefully he doesn't turn the ball over much this year. Wide receiver. The 2 true freshmen, 80 and 83. It looks like, I don't know if neither one's going to start, but at least I don't have any impact guys right here. I'd like to have some size. One of these guys may be starting to, like Lowry may be my slot receiver, and I may be able to redshirt one of these guys. And their strength actually isn't all the best. I mean, it's not as good as Hawkins. Hawkins is definitely a starter. But at least you get to see their numbers, 80 and 83. Tight end, that backup, or that 82, Mike Sharp, he's going to redshirt. Tackles, 69, 70. 62 for Schifano. And Lundy is 79. True freshman, Jamal Montgomery, 6'6", 327. That's a big dude. True freshman there, or a junior there, so we can redshirt. I ain't going to be a redshirt. I got to start that guy. He's just too big. Just a lot of backups right there. But that was a good move, moving Montgomery over. Center. Looks like Morris is going to be my starter. We can redshirt Alvin Bell, that 4-star kid we picked up. That's a good setup right there. You can redshirt him. Defensive end. I forgot to move. We can leave him at right end. That's fine. Left end, right end. In the grand scheme of things, I don't think it matters much. Robinson. So who's going to be my starter defensive end? I don't know. Probably Palmer, more than likely. And Robinson could back him up. Defensive ends play a whole lot more than outside linebackers in terms of just being out on the field a lot. So Robinson, he's going to get his fair share of reps, a whole lot more than he did last year. True freshman, number 59, defensive end. That's a great pickup right there. I would love to redshirt him, but it just didn't work out. Maybe next year. Defensive tackle, nothing changed there. Spicer is 54. Man, I got a lot of decisions to make right here. Look at all those guys. It's just who do you redshirt? Who do you start? Sussman's a impact linebacker. That's good. True freshman. He will redshirt, and I may redshirt West because I got speed over here now. And West's awareness is. I am his awareness. I control him most of the time. So one of these two guys are going to redshirt. Corner, that true freshman, number 2, Jeremy Hines. We're going to redshirt him. We got a good situation from him. He don't have to play all that much. Free safety, 13, 23, 21, 11. Going to redshirt a few of them. Wiggins will still start, but at least I can redshirt 2 of these guys, and I'll have another one back up for Wiggins. He's got more awareness, and his speed is as good as anybody's. So that's actually a pretty good situation. Now it's going to change here. 65 overall for that. That just wasn't a good pickup, I guess, was it? Thomas Mason, 36. And number 15 for Alex Kilpatrick. Okay, that was a long video. I'm going to let you go. So come on back. We'll start the preseason shenanigans, get all that stuff out of the way, and hopefully we can make some noise this year. Maybe go undefeated, maybe sneak into the national championship game. If not, we'll see what happens the season after that if I'm still with SMU. Okay, come on back, and I'll talk to you later.